There we go. That's what I wanted. So, but the copy we had was missing pieces because we were not the most affluent family growing up. My brother and I. My parents did the best they could, but we were not a rich family by any means. So one year for Christmas, my mother was so broke, she wasn't able to go out and like buy us toys. So what she did was... I can get Pierre out here. Hold on a second. The Scarecrow's song. Delicious. Oh, did I not go talk to the Scarecrow? I might not have talked to the Scarecrow. We can just do this though, right? Yeah, that works. That works perfectly. So, my mother went to the Goodwill, and for very little money, she was able to get us like this big stack of used board games. Like somebody's crazy uncle cleaned out his closet, and we got all of their board games. So we had a lot of board games growing up, but like there were like some of them were missing pieces. Things like Upwards was not a complete set. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because Peanut growing up, really? Fine, you got me. Peanut growing up, her family was not affluent either. In fact, her family is from a similar part of Ohio to where I was born and where my parents were raised. I was raised in Florida. I moved to Florida when I was 4. You don't need any of this backstory. None of this is relevant to the points that I'm making. But Peanut's family was not affluent either. My goodness. But they were more well off than my family was. They always had more money than I did. And this is a little a tidbit for those of you who, if your parents never got divorced, but if your parents get divorced, it's better for you that it happens very early in your life, because the sooner your divorced parents become... Where is this lady at? There she is. Got her. Alright. Are we done here now? Do they have a poster of me on their wall? Dude, check this out. The Gerudo are like in the Long fan club. That's amazing. Anyway. It's better for you that your parents get divorced very early on. I learned this because my parents got divorced, I don't know, I was like 10. No, I was older than that. I was like 11 or 12. And when people who've been together for a very long time get split up, at first it's very difficult getting reestablished as a now single person, perhaps a single parent, attempting to get reestablished. And that takes a couple of years. For my brother and I growing up, my parents went through that. We were like, I was 12, I think he was 10. Am I just on top of the... Oh, that's why you come up here, to get that big purpley gem. I deserve that. Yeah, I'm lost in here. I have no idea where I'm going. But for Peanut, when her parents got divorced, when she was much, much younger, so by the time she and her sister were old enough to appreciate Christmas presents, like she got 2 Christmases. And the reason this is all relevant, to tie all this together now, is... Oh, that's all this door is for then, to get up top. So I don't need to come in here at all. We can skip this door entirely. Is, for years, I used to tell that story about, oh yeah, we got used board games from the Goodwill for Christmas, and we loved them. They were like... We played a lot of board games as kids. She felt so bad about that story. Because she basically grew up always getting 2 Christmases, and then my brother and I grew up getting used board games from the Goodwill. Maybe I want to go in this door. Let's try this door. Let's see where this gets me. Oh yeah, this looks promising. Yes, here's the next guy. Whew. Thank goodness we finally found this guy. Alright, come on. Let's dance, sister. But one of the board games that we had was Upwards. And it wasn't a complete set, it was missing pieces. We still played it all the time. I mean, we still did what we could with it. Here's what I liked about the board, though. It was like... Oh! That's right, if that attack hits you, it's just instant... It's not death, but they automatically put you back in prison. Well then. So we do want to come down here. Can we just take care of her? Maybe her? The other one's probably too far away to do anything about it. And then we just go in here, right? So the Upwards board, it's this plastic... I think it was a 6x6 or 8x8 grid, one of the two. Of little plastic tiles that would snap into place. So it wasn't like a... You know, like, you ever seen like a cheap Scrabble board where you just set the wooden tiles down and it's kind of a pain in the butt to keep them in place, but then they have like the deluxe Scrabble boards that have like that plastic overlay so your tiles stay put. Upwards is like the latter deal. The plastic tiles would always stay put because they kind of clicked into place. This was, I don't know, 1991, 92, maybe a year or two later, but I was just beginning my like infatuation with tile-based RPGs at the time, specifically Final Fantasy II on the Super Nintendo. I know if I don't say anything, I'm going to get a bunch of comments. Brickroad, it's really fun. I know it's Final Fantasy IV. I know. I played the game a million times. I played it more than you have. I'm playing it right now. I get it. But back in the day, it was Final Fantasy II, is my point. It was this red cartridge on Super Nintendo. And... no, I actually want to be in the fortress and take the path through. So, what I would do when I was not playing Upwards was I would take the little tiles and, like, make little maps in them, kind of like the ones in Final Fantasy II. And I would use the little tiles with letters on them to represent different characters and act out little scenes. Just like in the 16-bit RPG of my dreams. I spent a lot of my elementary and middle school years. This is not the place I want to be, is it? I think I want to go in the other door over here. Because the idea is you go up and come out there and then go in here. Question mark? Yeah, this is it. And then you come through here. This is why I said I usually come through here from the other side. We've already freed this cat. And then if we come up here, this puts me up top side. And then if we go over here, what does this look like? This looks correct, actually. I thought I could sneak around that corner without her seeing me. But okay, I know which door I'm making my way to now. But yeah, that was my primary, like, creative outlet for many years. You're not gonna see me. And your sister over here is not gonna see me. Because I'm gonna shoot her too. It's fine, guys. They're just getting knocked out with arrows. Okay, it's okay. Everything's fine. So yeah, there was a period of time, and like I would fill up like college-ruled notebooks of just dialogue, like in the style of Final Fantasy II and other games of that ilk. I mean, I played a lot of similar RPGs throughout the years, but for the first couple of years, I mean, it was Final Fantasy 2 and 3, and Chrono Trigger, and Breath of Fire, and, you know, all the good ones. So we want to go through here, okay? And then this will take us out to the other side, to the other door, which where the last guy is, and then I think we're done with this place. Thank goodness. Well, we're done sneaking around this place. There's still going to be other stuff to do here. But first... we have to take care of her. Excuse you, you were turned the other direction. You were facing the wall, lady. Oh. Oh, though. I'm upset now. No, I'm upset. I already told my whole story. I told like 3 childhood Brickroad stories. Attempting to stall for time here. And now I've got nothing else to talk about. And now I'm stalling for time by pretending to be outraged that my previous stalling tactics did not stall for enough time. So if this doesn't work, then I think what I'll do is end this Let's Play series, close down the YouTube channel, and go be a monk. I'm going to climb up into the mountains. I'm going to hire a Sherpa and a donkey named... No, not a donkey. You need a mule, right? Not a donkey to go up in the mountain. Anyway, the mule's name is Carl. Me and Carl and my Sherpa. He's going to lead me to the monastery, and I'm going to become a monk. I've actually never tried knocking these lady types out with any other weapons. Other than the bow and arrow. Maybe other types of weapons work. Link, that's not the correct thing to do there. Oh, this isn't the room I thought it was. That's not the room I thought it was at all. Okay, then I have no idea which room I need to go to. I have no idea where to go. One thing's for sure, this is getting really silly. Okay. Let's game face here. I think we've saved 3 of the guys. We have to save 4 total. And the last guy's room is really deep into the fortress, and there's only 1 door that leads there. There's kind of 2, like, paths in the fortress. I don't know if that hit her or not. It did not. Oh, that wasn't her. Like, one of the paths leads to this final room that I'm looking for now, and the other one kind of loops around to... I'm not going to get her from that angle. You can hold L to walk around, but not with... You can't, like, walk and aim at the same time. It's not like a Metal Gear situation where you can hold the button to... In Metal Gear games, you gotta hold your button to, like, walk while you're aiming your gun. And what you can do with that is... Yeah, this is coming from the other direction now. What you can do with that is, make fine adjustments to your positioning. And then use the actual aiming controls to make fine adjustments to your actual aiming. I think where I want to go... I think I want to get over there. Onto that ledge. Which means I gotta get up top somehow. And then jump over. What if I go... This is going to be the lunchroom, right? Yeah, that's the lunchroom. I don't want to be in here, I don't think. No, this is this prison again. You know, it'd be great if it was a map. Would be fantastic. Okay, we're gonna go... We're gonna try going in here, and then looping around. This... This goes to the lunchroom. Okay. In fact, both of these entrances go to the same place, then. That I've been kind of bouncing back and forth. So we got to go up to the lunchroom first. I'm calling it the lunchroom because there's like a stew in there. There's like a big soup pot. So we'll deal with her. Is there one more in here? There is. Oh good, we got an arrow drop. I was kind of hoping for an arrow drop there. Yeah, there's like this big soup pot here, and I don't know what Navi is turning green for, and I don't want to hang around and find out. I don't think the thieves will wake up at all, but why risk it? You know what I mean? Why chance it? So now I'm here. Yeah, if we go up here, we're looping around to the heart. But if we jump down here and go in this door, here, I'm gonna... Okay, if this is the room I think it is, I should be able to go in the door, immediately run to the left, and it's a dead end. And then I can turn around and shoot you. Good night. And then you are guarding the last room. Whew! We got here, guys. We got here. We had to talk about upwards in Final Fantasy. But we got here. So there's really only one critical path then, and then at the very end you have to decide to come to the last room with the last guy, or go up and get the piece of heart. I really hope I missed one of these guys and have to go back and look for him. That would be great. But no, that was the last guy. Otherwise, he would have said, there's one more guy left. So, because we broke into their fortress and sprung all their prisoners, the Gerudo now respect us. And they're going to give us this little note that we can pin to our shirt, so all the girls know that we're not an icky boy with cooties. Gerudo are just stupid. I mean, like, they're just unintelligent as a people. Like, as a species, they're idiotic. Because, like, all you have to do to trick them in this game is break into their fortress, shoot most of them with a bow and arrow, and then release all their prisoners. And they're like, oh, we like you now. And then you play Breath of the Wild, and all Link has to do is put on girls' clothes. And they're all like fooled now. Oh, you're a nice looking girl. Even though, you know, you don't have a girlish figure at all. I don't know. I guess that's not true. I guess Link does kind of look a little effeminate in most of his appearances, but... I forget what dumb stuff you had to do with the Gerudo and Majora's Mask, but I'm sure it was just as dumb. We're going to come up here and play this little minigame. We have to get 1,000 points, then we have to get 1,500 points. And this is the easier of the two minigames. Especially with the, motion controls on the 3DS. And again, this is the only time you guys will ever hear me say the motion controls in any game work well, is in Ocarina of Time 3D. Because aiming at these with just the control stick is a little tricky. We almost got the 15 hundo there. We do have to get the 15 hundo. I do want to get the 15 hundo. Because that gets us a piece of heart. And you guys know I like a piece of heart. That's not my horse. I'm so sorry, Epona. I'm so sorry. That was very clearly not you, and I almost got on another horse. Epona would not have stood for that. Epona would have got all mad, and she probably would have drank my milkshake. But because you can use the little motion device in the 3DS to make very fine-tuned movements, Just putting a bunch of arrows into the center of these targets is actually not that difficult. Okay, come around the other side now. Oh, we missed it by 30 points. I mean, you know, still not bad, though. 1470. I mean, she's impressed. Like I said, the Gerudos are very easily impressed, though. She'd be impressed if I rolled up wearing a halter top and Daisy Dukes. That's a lot better. I got 10 more arrows to get 440 points. Should not be a problem. I still have 2 arrows left. There we go. It's like, how come the minigame is not ending? It's because I got 2 arrows hanging on my quiver. It was Jack and Jill back there in my quiver. Oh, she gives me a big, old quiver. So now it's pretty much guaranteed that I can't run out of arrows. And running out of arrows is not a major problem in the game. It's a major problem if you let it happen. It's actually not that easy for it to happen, though. Because most places where you need arrows, the game rigs it so... You didn't like that nothing there? Well, I guess this isn't the bottom of the hill. I guess you just won't walk on the stone. I got confused here. Again, opponent, I'm sorry. My apologies. I didn't mean to blame my ineptitude there on you.
Shoutouts to Blau Major for sponsoring this video, and to everybody who helps make my channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.